Alright, and that is a wrap for February 2023. Eastenders has bloody done it again. They've made it past another month. And obviously, yeah, big woo. We're going to be reviewing everything that went down in February 2023. We're going to be using the list on the Eastenders fandom wiki, essentially describing the main plot points. And we're going to go through them and essentially figure out where we stand, figure out how it's been. Piggy, as a basis, what have you thought about February so far?
A fair watch is the main thing that comes to mind. Not much happened in February except for that flash forward. But
Yeah.
Other than that, they've been slowly building. I think February's also the month where we got Reese Neeson, and
We did.
and that makes me happy.
Yeah, that is something you can't really forget. So I suppose let's start off probably with one of the most recent ones, one of the most popular ones. And by popular ones, I mean one of the ones that we saw in like the last episodes of the month. Whitney and Zach's baby diagnosis with Edwards syndrome. We're recording this the 28th of February, so within the 27th part 1 and 2 episodes, we did see that they did decide to terminate the pregnancy, as they were told that Edwards syndrome it limits the life of a child. So how do you think they handled this social issue storyline so far?
Well, because we're only in the first gear of it, we haven't hit the second gear yet. At time of recording, of course. When this comes out, we still haven't hit second gear, but Thursday we will. It was supposed to be Wednesday, but fuck you, FA Cup. But just had to get in there. But they showed it pretty well. I know it's not funny. I know you're not supposed to laugh at it, but I did love Zach turning into a Karen for a minute, where he literally goes on his phone and he's like, "Wait, this woman lived to 40 with it."
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
calm down.
His way to show disbelief was, but see, the one issue I've started to realize is I don't think the guy who plays Zach is a very good actor.
You just realised that.
It's taken me a while to put it into perspective, but he likes to overact everything. Everything's got to be big, and it's like, yeah, I get it, but basically, you're a lot more palatable when you're just being like little knobhead Zach, who does a lot of gym stuff, you know. These serious storylines, he's trying his best, and he didn't do a terrible job. Like, he did a good job when they were having, like, when Whitney's gonna take the first tablet to start the termination. Did a good job saying goodbye to the baby, but otherwise there was a lot of like mad face twitches and a lot of like very loud movements. I'm just kind of like, you're all right.
He broke his good luck charm, which I'm unhappy with.
Yeah, Mr. Tiddles.
Yeah, what did Mr. Tiddles ever do to you, Zach?
Yeah,
R.I.P. Mr. Tiddles.
I suppose just to say, yeah, obviously, as Piggy said, we haven't really reached like gear 2. Obviously, the process has started for the termination, and I expect we'll see like the continuation in the next couple episodes. It's been a sad storyline, and it's probably not the time to suggest that. Listener, I appreciate Shona Magati, I believe, is Whitney's person who plays Whitney. She is a tremendous actor and probably better than the show. Like, I could see her doing actual stuff, you know? Everything she does, she acts it really well. But as we've read for a video that will be coming up soon in some hot takes, they just try too hard to make her one of the iconic Eastenders. And she just kind of lacks that, like, She lacks that, like, power. She lacks that, like, aura around her. She lacks that presence. At least that's what I believe. Maybe that's a hot take. Who knows?
Who knows? We can't really comment on the storyline as we don't know the full details yet. Obviously, we know the baby's sadly going to be like Lola and be dead, but what can we say?
Yeah, exactly.
I can't be like, actually, I think they shouldn't have went with the termination. I think they should have continued it and let the baby die when it arrived. Actually, I'll have, Edward syndrome is this and it's that and it's zigzag Bob, and I'll have that. Like, no, we literally can't commentate on it.
Yeah, exactly.
All you can do is just sit here and be like, so
also,
how would you like a sandwich?
Yeah, also it's a social issue, and let's be honest, we don't really want to get deep into the whole. Oh, is this good? It's Whitney's decision. That is the bulk of the choice.
Yeah, this is where all the Americans come in and are like,
how dare you?
I'll have you know, it's not the women's choice, it's the men's choice. Actually, what would the man want? You do realise, are you the one pushing a turkey out of your fanny? I don't think so. So let the women think what they want to push out of their fanny, alright?
Indeed.
Not you.
Excellently put. Eloquent, I would say. Great choice of words. So I suppose, and obviously this is probably going to lead to Zach and Whitney like getting together. Probably it's how it feels like the grief will unite them.
Do you know what make it even sadder? I understand. I'm looking at this in a different perspective of lol, gotcha. But to me, I don't know why, but when Whitney gets out of the operation to remove the baby, I just want Zach to go, I know now is not the right time, but I'm HIV positive, and just pat her on the shoulder.
The timing would be ridiculous. The timing's what's funny. Because at a serious time, and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, that just overshadowed this really serious moment. I've also got HIV.
I understand you've literally lost the child, but can we just take into the moment that when I had sex with you, that I might have given you HIV?
Yeah. To be fair, he did seem like he was gonna tell her in one of the episodes, because before Whitney went, because obviously Zach was like, oh yeah, well, sorry I like flaked out on you while I was going through some stuff, and then he started to kind of talk about it, and Whitney just went, oh yeah, just being a bloke, innit? And he went, yeah, that's why. So I suppose they've done it well, I'll say so far, but just obviously not complete yet, so we can't give a full perspective on it. Next up,
you'll find out in March.
Indeed. Next up, we have Ryan Malloy's 3-day return. Obviously,
now, guys. Now you talk about like your big returns. You talk about your Doc Cottons. You talk about your Peggy Mitchells. You talk about your Nick Cottons as well. You talk about Grant Mitchell, Ian Beale. Nothing compares to Ryan Malloy's return. Nothing compares to it. The greatest return of all time. 10 out of 10.
I mean, honestly, the way they did it was ridiculous. Because he comes back for 3 days. He goes, me and Helen want this baby at ours. So let's just take any of like the goodwill and charm we had from his character and make him become a selfish knobhead who wants to steal a daughter and their child, who they haven't had any contact with in years. And let's just make it a long-running story that Ryan is now going to mess with Stacey no matter what. I was trying to be quite positive surround it, but I hadn't truly realised they brought him in, destroyed his character, and made him leave again.
That's Eastenders for you.
Like, it was nice to see him back, but like, I wouldn't take this role. So, oh yeah, you want to come back? Yeah, you're just gonna be a dick. It's like, what? No, why? Yeah, it's gonna be a part of this overarching story. Maybe he'll be around at Christmas and save Stacy. Maybe that'll like save Face again. But I don't know. Like, it just feels dumb, doesn't it?
It feels very dumb.
Plus, it was just such a short return as well. It's like, what's the point? I was expecting a Sean Slater return, not like, I was gonna say Lofty, but we enjoyed Lofty's return. But you know, I was expecting a bit more than what we got. Like,
but Lofty, I understand. There's a difference.
I mean, yeah, he's just there for novelty. Like, oh, it's Lofty. Oh, he's doing well for himself. Yeah, go on, Lofty.
Go on, Lofty.
But yeah, so Ryan's return gets a big fat L for me. That it was acted fine, but it was garbage. Next up, one of the main, I guess we'll put all the affairs into one. Let's talk about Sharon and Keanu. Isn't technically an affair, but kind of. I mean, it spawned out of one. They technically reunited, but they also split very soon after. What do we think about the get together and the breakup again of Sharon and Keanu? There's not much to say about it, is there really?
No.
It was a bit garbage.
Keanu, but like we call, if someone had to be the Giga Chad of Eastenders, it's Keanu. The only man to like dump a woman and then also get with a woman in the same night. Yeah. He gets dumped and then he dumps. This man is the true Giga Chad. This man, like, he doesn't pour the milk in his cereal. The milk pours itself. That's how much influence Keanu has. When he goes to milk a cow, he just looks at the cow and the cow milks itself. When he has to put in a stair lift, the stair lift knows to put itself in.
Alright, yeah, got it.
When he has to put a shelf up, when he puts a shelf up, the shelf puts itself up.
Yeah, we got it. I see. Yeah, Keanu, to be fair, we did get something fantastic in February, though. We did get sexy Keanu. That was a highlight of the month, I'll be honest. That was great fun. It was the first time in years Keanu's not been a boring bastard.
I agree.
And next up is Denise and Ravi's affair. Got a bit saucy in there. Nothing happened initially, nothing happened in January, but they started looking at each other. Then they started flirting, and they started flirting more. Then they kissed once. Then they kissed again. Then they went to a hotel room where Denise was just about ready to start pumping, but then gave up at the end. Started to go, maybe my marriage is a bit more important. Went back home to Jack, who just farted in the covers and said goodnight and wafted it at her. And the next day, Ravi just kind of does get a little bit creepier this time. Just kind of goes, you think this is how it works? You just pawn me off now? Cute. That one made me a bit worried for the storyline. And it's obviously led into Jack and Callum have been looking into some, like, crime stuff. Some, like, crime... I don't even know what word to use. And Ravi is a prime suspect. So, what is in store? How have we found the Ravi and Denise?
How have we found it? I have found it pretty amusing. It is probably the best storyline at the moment.
Yeah.
But it's being overshadowed by Ucky, as the fans calling it. I think that's what it's calling it.
Sorry, what?
Ucky.
Ucky.
Yeah, even sucky.
Oh. Is that what people are calling it, huh?
I think so.
Oh God, let's just not do the ship name, please. It's, that sounds awful.
Yuki, I think it's called. Yuki?
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 I don't know. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, it has probably been overshadowed. But it's probably been the most intriguing, like, storyline over February, I'd say.
Yes. Behind Nish and Suki, basically, their marriage slowly falling apart.
Yes. I mean, that's not written in the notes, but yeah, that has been a big factor. Obviously, that Eve and Suki have been... Well, they haven't been continuing, but there's been a lot of very serious, sad looks between the two. And you can tell that they desperately want to be together, but it's probably a bit too dangerous to really do it with Nish still around. Because you honestly can't tell what he's going to do. Because like we've said a bunch on the podcast, the last person who Nish thought that who Nish thought that Suki was seeing out of jealousy murdered them.
What's going to happen to Mitch then, I wonder?
Nah, he's not dying. He can't die. Mitch is a great guy. Well, I say that, it doesn't do much, but he's probably... Well, there's no need to speculate, really. He's not dying. We're fine. I mean, Nish did call up Ravi to go, hey, we got a problem. Want to sort it out? And Ravi's probably going to be like, so this is the first time he called me in months. Like, why am I going to come crawling to you? So we covered that. And obviously the biggest and most interesting part of February was the 38th anniversary edition episode, which it was a very good episode. It was a fantastic episode. It's laid the groundwork for the rest of the year as Sharon, Linda, Denise, Stacy, Kathy, and Suki were gathered around in the Vic at Christmas time around a dead body. Obviously, Piggy, this was the most exciting and most just fun bit of Eastenders of the month. Do you reckon?
Yeah, I'd go with that.
But main issue is it's supposed to be the 30th. It was supposed to be the 38th anniversary week, and it was pretty weak. That one episode was the best thing about it, and then afterwards it was nothing. Pretty much, that's just nothing. It was just
wrong.
Very disappointing. You know, all the stuff they done for the big anniversaries. They did Who Killed Lucy Beale, which most people didn't like, and it did go on very long. You know, they did a lot of cool stuff for the anniversaries, but they did this one episode and went, alright, you put all our eggs in that one basket. Now let's hope people remember it in a year's time. Will we remember it in a year's time? If it was good, yeah, but if it turns out that it's garbage, no. But I guess, then again, who's going to be like, you want to know what anniversary I remember? The Eastenders 38th anniversary. Probably don't look at that one too fondly. And, yeah, anything else to say about February, Pig?
No, it's been an alright month.
I've not. In Eastenders or in general? In general, it's been crap.
Yeah.
It's not been a fun month for me.
Well, it has been a fun month for you.
Well, there's probably been more bad than good this month, I'll argue.
I'm not going to argue with that.
No, you're wrong. You've had a great month. Yeah, I have. But yeah, how was your month in general?
Mine was pretty good.
Oh, things you love to see.
You know, for people, because I don't share much about my real life on here, but for people who don't know, at the moment I'm using my phone That's why I sound like I'm not in the room, and I'm in the room.
Indeed.
But I'm saving up to get a PC, and we start in March, and I'm hoping to have it by the 2nd or 3rd week of May. And I'm getting a new desk and everything. My bed is currently underneath the window because it won't fit anywhere else.
Hmm.
And my computer is going to be right beside my toilet. So it's going to accidentally happen. So I'm going to go for a piss and people will hear it.
It's exciting stuff. I suppose just in general, I'm also vaguely looking towards getting a new computer at some point fairly soon. Just a nice upgrade for actually, what am I trying to say here? Actually getting real life stuff sorted. Like,
Hopefully.
but regardless, that has been February 2023 of Eastenders. What did you think of the month? How did you feel it went down? Was the 38th anniversary week a bit of a letdown? And who do you think is gonna die at Christmas? Thank you for watching. We have been watching Walford. I have been Ash, the Seal.
The Seal.
And I've been joined by Piggy.
Piggy the Pig. Thank you. Good night. See you, Irene.